Sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that, 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 shit, yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit that, right there, don't go nowhere, say yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit that, right there, don't go nowhere.
Welcome back, we back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to Detective Williams. Killer classmate realizes one of them snitched. Rightfully so, bro. What y'all think this is? Let's get right into it.
Words cannot express the loneliness that we feel.
If we can't believe what you tell us, you're in a world of hurt, all right? A world of hurt.
Just completely blew her face off. Like, jaw was hanging low, or then it's supposed to be, looked like it dislocated that. Blew like all the cheek and skin off of that. It was just messy.
Shoot people or stuff like that, open up people. He asked if I was about that, if I would do it.
On the evening of February 10th, 2010, a bicyclist, seemingly out for his usual ride through Southside Park in Jacksonville, Florida, stumbled upon the body of a young woman named Makia Coney lying motionless in the woods, her face disfigured by a gunshot wound. Earlier that day, Makia left the University Christian School with two classmates, believing their after-school plans included buying cigars, smoking them in the woods, and having fun, not knowing that they had other plans. When police officers arrived at the area the bicyclist had described, they found fresh tire tracks matching those of a truck, along with multiple shoe prints and a half-burnt cigar on the ground. The following day, officers visited the school and retrieved CCTV footage showing one of Makia's classmates leading her off campus. However, later in the footage, both classmates were seen walking down a hallway on campus, laughing and goofing around.
Oh no, they did.
Yeah, I'm back in the truck. If I tell anybody, you gonna shoot me next.
How would I shoot you if I didn't have a gun?
This is 17-year-old Charles Southern, along with 16-year-old Connor Pridgeon, the two classmates who took police officers through a series of interrogations to uncover the truth about the death of Makia Coney. Judging from subsequent interviews with a number of students, it was evident that the two friends must know something, or at least one of them had an idea of what happened. And as a result, Charles Southern was called in for questioning. Whatever happened that day, the detectives needed to know why his truck was at the scene of the crime, but what unfolded next in this never-before-seen footage would turn this mystery into one of the most unsettling cases they had ever seen.
Saw Makia and you and Connor were in your truck.
I'm a kid.
I said you and Connor.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Makia ever get in trouble with y'all?
No, sir.
You ever go off campus to eat?
Not after school.
During school?
No, sir. We're not allowed.
Well, I was in school too, and I wasn't allowed, but I did it.
Well, no, I never went off campus at all. No.
At all?
Me either.
How about after school?
After school, yeah. I mean, there's a couple times I eat at Taco Bell or something.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time you were at Taco Bell?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you cut your hair or changed anything about your parents lately?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, did you happen to go to Taco Bell yesterday?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you give Makia a ride anywhere yesterday?
No, sir.
Did she ask for a ride?
No, sir. Like I said, I only seen her that minute after school.
Okay. So she hasn't been in your truck in 3 weeks?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, yesterday, about what time was it that you saw Connor?
While I was in the truck?
No, in the afternoon after school got out. When did you see him?
Probably around 3:30.
Around 3:30?
Mm-hmm.
And where was that at?
Out in the parking lot.
And was he by himself?
Yes, sir.
Did you see Makia around?
No.
No?
That was after I walked past and said hey.
That's after you had walked past her and said hey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you didn't see the two of them when...
Oh, no, sir.
Okay. So you saw Connor in the parking lot. It was around 3:30?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then what happened?
He threw his bag. Or no. We went over to J-Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pick up my bag over there in the weight room. And he had to work out. So I just hung out with him for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then got bored, so I left and went to Mr. Threadcraft's. And shortly after, I think he came in.
During the interrogation, Charles tried to explain how he had spent his afternoon after school from the waiting room to a teacher's class, but as the detectives attempted to make sense of what he was saying, they began to notice contingencies in his story.
About a half hour. So that's about 4. Okay, then you said you got to actually third craft's room at 4:30. So from 4 to 4:30, what'd you do?
I was in the weight room.
I'm not trying to trick you. You said you got the weight room about 3:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, from 3:30 to 4, you were in the weight room. You said you were there for about a half hour, right? All right. At 4 o'clock, you left the weight room, and you went to third class, and you got there about 4:30.
Right.
Okay, so from 4 to 4:30, was just traveling from there to there?
Well, I drove around to the softball field, but it didn't take no half hour. So,
That's what I'm just asking you.
yeah, I mean,
So you drove around the softball field? And
yeah, then came back and went
did
to
you
third
see
class.
anybody you were outside you were hanging out with, talking to?
No, I was watching the girls practice, or the girls game.
Did you see McKee at that point?
No, sir.
Did you next see her walking around the school?
This kept the detectives on high alert, as there was no reason for him to lie in the first place. But as the interrogation continued, he soon revealed something none of them expected.
Heard anything about what it may have happened to McKee?
Yes, sir.
What you did?
She hitched a ride or walked with someone to Taco Bell, and other than that, nothing. That's the one thing I heard.
That's why
Now-
you denied Taco Bell.
And I heard
And,
Connor walked her to Taco Bell.
Who did, Connor?
Connor, yeah.
Okay, but if he was with you in the weight room,
Oh my God. Like, bruh, it's a good thing you don't know how to lie, cause, bro, you probably need to get convicted. It's no way. Buddy's slow as. Why would you say, yeah, I heard this, this, and this, then say, oh, I think Connor walked her to Taco Bell? Gang, the camera showed all 3 of y'all. You walk with him, stupid.
Right?
how would he be able to do that without you knowing?
I don't know.
Did they say it happened before he saw you at the weight room or after?
They didn't say. I mean, that's
Did he
just
act
an
normal?
idea. Huh?
Did he act nervous about anything, upset?
No.
Was he
Just normal.
normal? No one sweating, excited about anything? Didn't appear nervous to you for some reason?
No, sir.
Now, when you left the school, it was what time, you think?
4:35, 4:40, something like that.
Then you got in your truck and you drove, you said, out to University to 95 South.
I went the other way, the other on-ramp. So,
Yeah, you're going to go south toward Mandarin.
yeah.
You went down toward 295, you got 295 to Old St. Augustine? Or did you go all the way 95 to Old St. Augustine?
All the way 95.
All the way down? Okay, to the new overpass, the fancy overpass?
Yeah.
Over down by Baptist South? Okay. And went straight home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You never drove up University at all?
No, sir.
You never drove around by Wilson High School?
Mm.
Okay.
There's a couple times I went to Old Kings Road.
Yesterday? We're just talking about yesterday?
No, I'm just talking.
Okay. So there's no reason, from what we're talking about, no reason anyone would have seen you with Makia or Makia in your truck yesterday?
No.
Okay. And there's no reason anyone would have seen your truck any further west on University Boulevard than the turnoff at 95?
Right.
Okay. Wouldn't have seen you down by Powers Avenue, wouldn't have seen you down by Wilson High School, and would not have seen your truck out in the mud pits yesterday. Okay.
Just keeping eye
And-
contact.
Despite Charles having a distinctive bright red truck with big tires, he claimed he had been to the area a few times, but not the previous day. As the interrogation continued, the officers shifted their focus to Connor, hoping to gather more information about him since the two were often seen together.
Look at Connor and his relationship with Makia. How well do you think they knew each other?
Just like any old friends, I guess.
Did she ever buy weed from him? Sure aware of.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Does he ever sell to other kids at
Why
school?
would I ever tell you that?
And I will answer that for you. Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's what I want to talk about before, just honesty. Now, somebody had told us that she was looking to buy a blunt, which she had bought from him.
I wouldn't know if she did, but that's the person to get it from.
Okay. Did she mention anything to you when she saw you that she had got a blunt or picked up some weed or was looking to get some or was looking for Connor to get some? Okay. And did Connor mention anything to you that he had sold to her when he got in your truck?
No, sir.
Would you tell me the truth if he had?
Yes, sir.
After several evasive responses, the detectives began to suspect that Charles knew more than he was letting on. Lacking hard evidence against him, they attempted to patronize the 17-year-old to get him to tell the truth, but Charles stood his ground.
To you about was, if she had been in your truck, of course we will find that out. And if something happened, if there was an accident, people a lot of times shit goes bad quick, and things happen that we didn't intend to happen, and then we panic and we lock up. What do I say? What do I do? Because I don't want to get in trouble. Believe it or not, the truth always is the best route, one way or the other. And that's why we always bring people in here. You came into the equation today because of the fact you had a relationship with her, because you have a truck. You've been back there in that area before, so you know the area. She's obviously been in your truck before.
Yeah.
And it's important that we talk to you from the start,
I understand.
so we can try to clarify some of these things. Okay? Is there anything that you need to tell me?
That's it.
Throughout the questioning, Charles remained unexpectedly calm, insisting that he knew nothing about Makia's death, a level of composure that seemed unbelievable given that he had no real relationship with her. However, one thing was certain. The tire tracks they found were from Charles's truck, but why he denied it remained a puzzle to the detectives. Realizing they wouldn't get any more from Charles, the detectives turned their attention to Connor, who had been captured on the school surveillance video with Makia just hours before her death. However, when Connor was brought in for questioning, the detectives had no idea of the kind of person they were about to encounter.
The two, it was first period, and I think Spanish 2, which is 5th period.
Okay. Did y'all sit close to each other?
No, opposite sides of the room.
Okay. Do y'all ever talk to each other?
Not during class or out of school.
Outside of class?
No.
No.
The only time I've talked to her was like passing in the hallway or something like that, but we're not really close. We don't talk much.
Okay.
Okay. On the day that this happened, Wednesday,
Yes, sir.
the 10th, that afternoon, after class got out, what time do you finish your last class?
3:10.
At 3:10? All right, at 3:10, when was the next time that you actually saw Makia?
I thought it was 3:45, but somebody else told me that it was like 3:17 was the last time.
Okay. Does that sound right?
It's anywhere from then until 4 o'clock when I got into the weight room.
Okay. Your bags and stuff?
Packing up my gym bag.
Okay. So when you came out, she's in the classroom where?
She's in third craft room.
And where?
Third craft, the guy I went to right
She was
after
right
I
next
got out of
door?
class, yeah.
Okay. Did you walk over and talk to her up before this point?
No. The only time I talked to her is when she says something first.
Okay. You know her sister, BB?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, BB told us that you stepped next door and spoke to her, and then she came out.
No. The only time I ever go in that classroom is to hang out with Justin Bell.
Okay. But you're absolutely positive that you did not stick your head in and
No.
say anything to her?
I don't talk to her unless she talks to me. We're not close at all.
Okay. I've heard you say that before. That you're not close to her at all?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I'm trying to understand why her sister absolutely said that you stuck your head in the door and spoke to her, and then she came out and followed you out the door. Were y'all talking about anything?
No.
For some reason, Connor claimed that his connection with Makia did not go beyond simple greetings and was not as close as the detectives had been led to believe. Despite several students saying otherwise, including Makia's sister, Beatrice, Connor remained adamant.
I can't understand why people would say that you're actually friends, and I've got you on film walking around. I've got her sister, who, as you might imagine, is
Beside herself.
yes, she's completely tore up, and she blames herself for her sister's death. That's a lot to carry for a kid that young. And she's told me, and I have no reason to go back and insinuate that she's wrong or that she's lying to me, is that she's told me that you stuck your head in the door, said something to Makia, Makia went out the door. I need to understand why that question mark is there.
I don't have a clue.
Let me just tell you what one kid said, okay?
Alright.
It says Connor Makia jokes around class all the time, talks all the time in class, jokes around. I mean, I had more than one kid. That's just one I just pulled up right quick.
Oh, yeah.
I had many kids come in and tell us that Connor and Makia are better friends. And I had one kid that said that they could not believe how you are denying that you were friends with her, because it's just crazy. Because they say you and her joke around in class all the time, and you talk to her. But you're making it sound like you never talk to her, that you don't know her, that you only time that you say something to her is if she speaks to you. And then these kids are saying that that's crazy.
And
They're in your
that's
class.
what doesn't make sense.
I
We've been in
understand
this
that.
game for a long time. I'm not 20 years old. I've been around for a while. My partner's been around for a while. And people get nervous because of what we do.
I understand that,
But we don't bring
the
anybody in here
teachers
trying to
can
say.
actually say, because I sit on the opposite side of the room and have no opportunity to even whisper or talk to
All
them.
right. I was in school. I've got friends in school that I joke and kid around with. I don't necessarily have to do it in class. But there's time in between classes in the halls and the breaks, on lunch and stuff. She stays after school every day, so you stay after school every day. You're going to have interaction with people. That's not a big school. It's a small number of students. And for everyone to come at us and say that he's better, we don't understand why he's saying that, because he's friends with her. And we don't understand that.
I'm not like push off towards her, but I'm not like, I don't know where she lives, don't know anything about her. I know her name's Makia, and like that's about it.
The detective suspected that Connor knew more than he was letting on, and the only way to get it out of him was to steer the conversation in a different direction. And so, they carefully began to probe into other topics, hinting at the kind of interactions he might have had with Makia, waiting to see if he would slip up or reveal something unexpected.
A lot of people in this school that we've talked to said, if you want weed, see Connor.
That's because of my reputation last year.
I don't believe you, Connor. Also, damn, the whole school snitching. Is weed legal in Florida? Cause what the fuck? And even if it is, bro, he's 17 or something, right? This ain't no college. He can't legally sell it.
Well, how did you get the reputation last year?
Just doing stupid stuff, going to parties or lots of
Remember
drugs
what I
and
said?
alcohol.
I'm not about dope. I'm about honesty.
I know.
Okay. Last year, were you selling?
I wasn't selling on campus at all.
I'm not. I don't work for the school.
I understand.
Did Makia ever come to you in the past or recently saying that she wanted to buy some?
No, but nobody comes to me anymore about it. Like the last person that ever did was last year, and that was right before I got kicked out. It turned out to be set up type thing.
Oh, you got set up?
Well, sort of, but not really.
All right. Now, we've had people tell us that Makia had money that day and she wanted to buy a blunt. And that's why everyone says, well, if you want to buy a blunt, talk to Connor. If he doesn't have, or if he doesn't sell, he can tell you where you can get it. And Connor, if you do, that might help us. If you know anyone,
I know
someone could turn to over there.
I know some people that sell, but none of them I would hand out numbers to, because I don't really.
Did she come to you and ask you?
No.
There's more than one person she talked to that day about it.
She didn't talk to me about
How's
it.
she telling everybody she want blunt?
Since Connor still claimed to be innocent, the detective needed to find out if he had introduced Makia to someone else, perhaps another drug dealer who might have been responsible for her death.
Did you see her again?
No. The last time I saw her was right when we walked out of there, and I broke left to go to the flagpole.
Okay, and then what happened after you went outside?
I went to the flagpole, grabbed my bag, walked to the gym, got changed into my gym clothes. Not to the gym, the weightlifting room.
You walked to the weightlifting room?
Yeah.
I thought you rode there.
I rode from the there to J-Ray. From the flagpole to J-Ray. Like from right here.
So you, now just now you said you walked to where?
To the.
You got your book bag then, and what'd you do?
Walked over to the parking lot. It's like right around the flagpole. From like my books are like right on the corner of the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the books, walked over here, hopped in Charles' truck.
This is Charles Southern.
Yeah.
And it's that red truck?
Yeah, red Dodge.
Okay.
Pulled out, went in here, got dropped off right at the Athletic D building.
Definitely did it.
Went in there, I was with Coach Cox, just messing around and lifting weights.
Okay.
Just as expected, it didn't take long before the detectives picked up the inconsistencies in his story, but what they didn't realize was how deeply twisted things were about to get.
This is gym clothes, a big old thing of protein powder. iPods, stuff like that.
Did you see a gun in there?
No.
You ever seen a gun in his truck?
She got
Not
shot.
in his truck.
Where have you seen a gun?
There's a coach, there used to be a coach there, Beatrice, right before he went hunting on Saturday when we were up there. He owns a ranch, and the school takes football trips that way.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Charles.
I've never seen a gun in Charles' truck.
You've never seen him with a gun?
No.
Ever?
I don't know him to own a gun or his family to own a gun.
Really?
I've never met his family, but
Why would you say that?
You've never him to have a gun in his vehicle?
no. He's not 21. He can't legally own
No,
a
I'm
gun.
not. No. Connor. I wasn't born yesterday, and neither was Detective Nixon.
I know, but
Anybody can get their hands on a gun
Yeah,
today.
but he's not the type of kid that would know where to get it, nor anything like that.
Really?
Mm.
Would it shock you if we told you that other kids had seen him with a gun?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And these are some of the same kids that of course came and told us that you were in the truck with him that day.
W snitches.
And then they saw the gun
Truth
in
tellers.
there when I was in the car.
I'd say that. I say that you had been in with it.
I know, I was asking
in the
you that.
vehicle with you, and with him. And you say you've never seen a gun in there?
Not anywhere in his truck.
During the investigation, the detectives learned from other students that Charles had been seen holding a revolver the day before the shooting. However, Connor confidently denies these allegations, but with all eyes now on him, the detectives began to close in, sensing he wasn't being completely honest.
The last 48 hours? Mm-hmm. We're a little bit tired because we've been going at this for 48 hours. We have a lot of detectives that work here, and a lot of detectives and police officers and citizens and civilians have been on the phone constantly. Now, outside this school, this busy road, University Boulevard, how many of those businesses do you think have video systems?
I don't have a clue. Probably most of them.
Yeah. And because of cameras today, this is a highly technological world. People have cameras because, one, to ward off thieves,
Mm-hmm.
or to help the police, that are solving crimes. Now, you've watched the news, and you know that all these police officers and detectives have been canvassing and surrounding this area. A lot of film has come in. This is just a little thing from the school.
Yeah.
It's being analyzed even as we speak. They're looking at films right now. Now, the truck that you climbed into is very distinctive.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
a big truck.
very easy to see on film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, I told you that most of the questions we're going to ask you, we already have the answers to. We're just seeing if you're going to be honest. Because when it comes down to it, Connor, if we can't believe what you tell us, you're in a world of hurt. All right? A world of hurt. I'm not looking to hurt you. You haven't done anything to me. You may have been in a bad position and somebody did something in front of you that you saw. And the only thing you can think of is now is just deny it. Oh, for God's sakes, just deny it. Hopefully he'll believe me. Okay? All those people and all those businesses have a timestamp on cameras on that road. And you know how easy it is, once you put it all together, to watch a big red truck come out that parking lot and go down that street.
Pretty easy, I guess.
Yeah.
After stating the facts to him, it slowly dawned on Connor how deep the consequences would be for him if he continued withholding information from them. However, it wasn't long before Connor soon revealed something chilling.
I witnessed something.
What did you witness?
Charles accidentally, I thought it was, he said it was accidentally shooting
You ain't
Makia.
got your phone on mute. It's... Oh my God. Like, bro, you ain't got no interrogation etiquette.
And it's been eating at you, hasn't it? I know it has. I know it has. I know it has. Do you think it was an accident?
I think it was an accident because he's never handled a gun before that I know of, but I mean, it's easy to say that it was an accident and it couldn't.
Connor, are you sure that it was Charles that did it, not you?
I'm positive.
If it was an accident and you were holding that gun, you've got to tell me, Charles.
I understand that, but I wasn't holding the gun.
Tell me what happened.
We got in the truck, all three of us. He was already in the truck, waiting in that parking lot. I got in there. We were originally going to Old King's Food Mart, like Old King's Quick Mart, I think it's called.
For what?
Like I said before, why would he say something about Old Kings? Why would you mention that? He's telling on himself subconsciously.
I was gonna go pick up a can of dip, and her and Charles wanted a Black and Mild.
Okay, for what reason?
They just smoked Black and Mild.
Okay, all right.
And we're just chilling. He said he was gonna go drive around. We ended up at Baker Skinner Park, which is where like a baseball field is. I'd never been there before, but the baseball field's there. And then like he went down this dirt road and like took a left, and it went like almost in a ravine area, like a ditch.
Have you ever been back there?
No, not in my life.
Okay.
That was the only time I'd ever been back there, was when he
Okay.
drove us back there.
Okay. What do you think y'all were going to do back there?
Just, I thought he was and her were gonna smoke that Black and Milds that they got. They got out of the truck, outside of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
They're smoking that.
Were you driving?
No, I don't drive. I don't have a license.
I'm not the licensed police, all right?
I got it, but I wasn't. I never, other than the like.
Now, where were you sitting in the truck?
The right passenger seat.
And where's Makia?
In the middle.
Okay. Now, which side did she get out on?
Probably on Charles' side, but.
Do you remember?
No, not really.
Okay. Did you know what was going to happen?
What?
Did you know what was going to happen?
I thought they were just gonna smoke the blacks. I didn't know that something that bad was gonna happen.
Finally, Connor had started to talk, but something felt off. If Makia's death was truly an accident, it's hard to fathom why Connor didn't call the police to report the incident. Connor had yet again lied to the police, or at the very least he was leaving something important out. And as the detectives would soon discover, his story took a dark and unexpected turn.
Have you seen it before?
I'd seen it in the truck the day before.
Mm-hmm. What kind of gun was it?
It's like a 6-shot revolver. I don't really know the model or anything.
Did he ever tell you what kind of Magnum it was? If it was a 38, a 357, a 44? A 45?
I think it was a 44 Magnum.
A 44 Magnum?
Mhm.
Did he say where he got it?
No,
Was it his uncle's?
not that I know of. His uncle wouldn't let him leave with a gun.
Okay. How many times did you see him with a gun before that?
Just that one time the day before.
The
And
day
I saw
before.
him, I saw it when he was talking to Caleb Hill and showed Caleb Hill that gun.
Okay.
So,
So you knew that Caleb had seen it too?
yeah, I saw it the same time I walked up when Caleb was
Caleb
looking
had
at
it?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Caleb never touched it, but
Did you ever touch it?
I don't think so.
All
Not
right.
unless it was like when he was showing it to me Tuesday.
Okay. Did you see her get shot?
Yeah, I saw it. It was right in front of me.
Okay. Those clothes, did they get blood on them?
I would guess so. She was shot. Looked like, well,
How
like,
close? All right.
I'm like 7 feet away, not far at all.
And you didn't get blood splatter on you? Somebody's capping. He's capping. Bruh. Alright.
My ear was ringing. I looked over there, and she's got blood pouring out of her head. And he
Okay.
said the gun went off.
She got blood.
Your ear was ringing. You were 7 feet away. She got hit in the head. And you have no blood splatter on you. What? What? Never hit nobody in the head before. But have you ever dropped a watermelon? Wait, gang. You ever seen a watermelon explode, gang? If I'm 7 feet away from the watermelon exploding, bro, I'm getting watermelon matter on me. You're chatting.
Blood pouring out of her head?
Yeah, it was like shot like right here in the temple, I think.
Uh-huh. And he shot one time?
It sounded like twice, but
I thought it was
it
an
could have been
accident.
once. I don't know.
Did you look at her after it happened?
Yeah, it was all messed up.
What was messed up?
Like her face, she had a bullet hole here, and like it just looked like it completely knocked her jaw loose.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was she breathing at that time, or could you tell?
No, there's no way.
For someone who claimed to be close friends with Charles, it was hard to believe the shocking event had happened suddenly without Connor having any knowledge of it. But even though he had started to tell what seemed to be the truth, his story constantly began to change.
You can't do this half-cocked. Do you understand that?
Mhm.
I mean, you got to do this 100%, and you got to tell the truth about everything. Okay, no matter what happened. I mean,
The good, the bad, the ugly.
you've already said two rounds. Okay?
It sounded like 2 rounds, but I didn't
one
see
round.
him.
Listen to me. One round don't sound like two.
It
Okay.
was loud and
The
my
first
ears
time,
rang.
if it's an accident, 1 round is not 2. Okay. He's not gonna fire off 2 rounds from a revolver.
Accidentally,
Okay. It's
that's
not
crazy.
a semi-automatic. He fired 1 round, and you saw her go down. Okay. Right.
Mhm.
Did he shoot her again while you was watching, and tell the truth?
I think he shot her.
Now, don't listen to me.
Don't think. You
We
were
don't.
there.
We don't
Tell me
think.
what you
We
know.
don't think.
He
Okay.
shot her the second time.
Why did he shoot her the second time?
I think that like so she couldn't like.
Tell on him. Was she still alive when she went down?
I don't know. I didn't check vitals,
I didn't-
but
I'm not-
it
listen to
looked
me.
like she was dead on the first shot, like because she went to the ground,
Where was he standing over her when he shot the second time?
like 2 or 3 feet away.
Okay.
And he
It
shot
was
her.
almost
Where did he
so-
shoot her at?
The first time I think was.
I'm not asking the first time. I'm asking you didn't see the first time. You said your back was
No,
turned.
but I saw the blood pouring
Okay,
out
well, listen to me. When you saw the second shot, where did he shoot her?
right around like cheek, jaw area, which is why I saw the jaw like get knocked off.
So how long has she been on the ground before he fired that second shot?
Almost immediately.
He just walked over and just shot her again.
Yeah, the only reason I could think of, and
And you niggas was smiling and laughing about this? Oh, nah. Convict them. I don't care. Throw a book at them. The book. The Bible. And that's part 1 of Killer Classmate realized one of them told the truth. We gonna get rid of the word snitching in 2025. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts on the video in the comment section below. Hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I drop videos on this channel. I'll catch you in part 2. Stay safe, y'all.
I'm a cowboy, can't stop me, ain't to live is to conquer. All this pain got me feeling accomplished. See, these games turn me into a monster. Hey, I'm a cowboy, can't stop me, to live is to conquer. All this pain got me feeling accomplished. See this game turn me into a monster. I'm a god mode, can't stop, can't stop. Ay, all that pain got me feeling jaded. Many Utero in the making, still plugged into the mix, but lagging out before the update. Drop back in, different time, same location.